Happy Sunday, everyone. We don't normally film on Sunday for Sunday. We actually had a recipe lined up for you today. But given all of the news that happened this last few days, we thought it would be a good idea to provide you with some helpful recipes during this time when you're probably not going out to the grocery store as often to get fresh ingredients. Hey everyone, I'm Flo, Dude is behind the camera, and we are here to help you make life simple, ordinary, and joyful. This is just a little snapshot of what I have in my pantry in terms of longer lasting items. And this will keep us going for a couple of weeks. I don't feel like I need to run out to the store to get fresh ingredients. And we've already filmed quite a few recipes in the past, and we will be linking those in the description below, or if it's relevant in what I'm saying, Dude will put up a card up here that you can click. But I just wanted to share some of the things that I have that will maybe give you some ideas to fill up your pantry as well and to be a little bit more prepared. For fresh vegetables, I like to keep some items that are longer lasting, like potatoes and yams and sweet potatoes. You can also get like butternut squash or acorn squash. Those are more of our winter vegetables that will keep much longer. I also have carrots and onions and celery that I keep in the fridge. Those also last a little bit longer. And you can create so many wonderful meals with those vegetables alone. It doesn't have to be lettuce or tomatoes or anything that perishes more quickly. I also have frozen vegetables in the freezer for those times when really super simple. Just grab a cup of frozen corn or frozen mixed vegetables and just throw it in your soup, or just heat it up to serve with whatever else you're having for dinner. One idea for these types of vegetables is to roast them, and I have that recipe available. And with the leftover roasted vegetables, you can turn into soup the next day. So I always have some chicken broth on hand, and I just puree the roasted vegetables and I add some chicken broth and heat that up, and just add enough broth to get the consistency that you like for soup. There are a ton of different types of noodles out there. We have some of this. We probably have 4 or 5 different types of noodles at home, depending on what I want to make. So I always have noodles on hand. Rice is another thing that I always have. And I have different types of rice. I have basmati rice. This is jasmine rice. I have Japanese rice. So I'm not hurting for rice.
And let's be clear, we're not hoarding 20 bags of rice.
True. I am not hoarding 20 bags of rice. I have, small bags of basmati, small bags of Japanese. I have a big bag of jasmine because that's what we primarily eat. And that's it. I didn't buy any contingency rice. But we have a lot of rice recipes, including Dude does a Spam fried rice.
Spam, surprise, surprise!
Oh, what is this?
I think it looks good. Turn off the burner.
And I have Chinese fried rice. We only have 3 cans of this left at home, Dude.
I gotta run out to Costco.
I also have lots of different pasta at home, and with pasta sauce, you can easily make one-pot pasta. I know my one-pot pasta usually has ground sausage or ground meat in it, and if you don't have access to that, one thing that you can add is sausages like this if you want meat in it. And if you don't want meat, you can just forget meat altogether and just have pasta and sauce without the protein.
And the smoked meats generally last a lot longer in the fridge.
Yep. Beans are also great for one-pot chili. I have a white chili recipe as well. Again, those also have ground meat in it, but you don't have to use ground meat. You can just add more of this type of sausage. So just different types of beans. I have lots of black beans. We have chickpeas. Dried beans last really long. There are a ton of different recipes that you can make with beans, and that's also like a great source of protein. I also have tuna for sandwiches or tuna melt, or you can throw that in your pasta. It's actually quite yummy. Tuna with tomato sauce and pasta with a little bit of cream. And it's just about being creative with what you have. And when you really don't want to cook, because now you've been cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day, we also have canned soup and our favorite emergency instant noodles. We call this our emergency food, but we probably eat that more often than not in a case of emergency.
And I like to fortify that emergency food with some Spam in there.
Of
And
course you do.
usually a fried egg or even like a quick soft or medium boiled egg in the Instant Pot or the Jewel.
Yep. So these are the proteins that last a little bit longer in your fridge. I've got Chinese sausage. I love using it in fried rice and also just chopped up and put it in like regular rice. And the flavors of the Chinese sausage just like dripping into the rice that's already cooking, it's really very yummy and it's inexpensive. Eggs, of course, eggs last quite a while, so have eggs on hand. And we already talked about Ukrainian sausage or anything that's smoked like that is also great. And bacon. Bacon lasts quite a while. So cook it up all at once so you don't have like languishing half-eaten packages in the fridge that will go bad if you don't cook it right away. And yeah, bacon is great for everything. Everything's better with bacon. And this is where we love our food saver to seal up open packages so that items last just a little bit longer in the fridge. So if I'm only going to use half a pack of bacon, I can vacuum seal it and use the other half at another time. And not have to worry about it going bad by just shoving it into a, I don't know, a resealable plastic bag or something like that.
Yeah, and it definitely applies to our usage of cheese as well. That we don't get through a whole brick. We're gonna put it in a bag and seal it up, and
Yep.
it's just like it came from the store.
Yep, exactly. We hope this is helpful to you. We are already experiencing needing to distance ourselves socially from others. Church was not necessarily canceled today. We just didn't meet in our building, but it was live streamed. So we did have church at home this morning. This is our new normal for now. So let's be kind to one another, show love towards one another, and we will get through this together.